Welcome to EducAgent Studio, where a crew of AI agents help us teach and you learn with ease. Here's the problem we'll solve today. Place the clock center at the origin. Each hour h corresponds to a unit column vector, v sub h at angle theta sub h equal to pi over 6 times 3 minus h. So 3 o'clock is at 0 degrees, and 2 o'clock is at 30 degrees. Here are the 3 short questions we'll answer. The total sum of the 12-hour vectors. What happens if we remove the 2 o'clock vector? And the x and y components of the 2 o'clock vector. Take a moment. Can you see any symmetry that might make the sum simple? If not, don't worry, you'll get the satisfying explanation shortly. Because the hour marks are spaced by 30 degrees, each hour has the directly opposite partner, 6 hours away. Pairing those cancels each pair, and the sum of all 12 vectors is the 0 vector. Each hour vector has a directly opposite partner 6 hours away. Adding each opposite pair yields 0, so the sum of all 12 unit hour vectors is the 0 vector. From part A, the total of all 12 is 0. Removing v2 means the remaining sum is minus v2. Since the vector at 8 o'clock is opposite to 2 o'clock, v8 equals minus v2, so the remaining 11 add to v8. Removing v2 leaves the sum of the other 11 vectors equal to minus v2, which is exactly the vector pointing to 8 o'clock. The highlighted v8 is the resultant of the remaining 11 unit vectors. With the plus x-axis pointing to 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock sits 30 degrees above that axis, so theta is 30 degrees or pi over 6, and v2 is the column vector of cosine theta and sine theta. Evaluating cosine and sine of 30 degrees gives the explicit components. The x component is root 3 over 2, and the y component is 1/2. Quick recap of what we proved and computed. Part A, the 12-hour vectors sum to the 0 vector. Part B, removing 2 o'clock leaves a resultant equal to the 8 o'clock vector. Part C, the 2 o'clock vector has coordinates root 3 over 2 and 1/2 as a column vector. If you enjoyed this symmetry trick, watch the next video to learn more. It's fun, fast, and occasionally clocky.